Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv. Peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Pound that like button. This is the livest show. Salute to the Rec Mob, okay? Salute to my hosts. I have in the building with me, I got Marcus Aurelius. I got SJ, okay? We're going to get right to it because Marcus, he got to bust a move real quick. Marcus, what's happening?
What's going on, people? What it do?
All
Talk
right.
to us.
Salute. Run the lights up. SJ, you there?
Salute to you, Radio Voice and the Rec Mob.
Here we go with this radio voice-ish. Okay. Mr. Radio Voice. Okay. How you feel?
My name is Marcus Aurelius, Mr. Keep It 100. I don't know where all this other stuff come from. She messing with me today.
Listen,
Good
nigga,
morning, SJ.
your name is Radio Voice over here, RV. Okay.
My name is Keep It 100.
Okay.
Awesome. Like Radio Voice.
We got breaking news right now. I don't even know what I titled it. Breaking news: Diddy admits to committing horrendous crimes. That's my title. But SJ is gonna go into the actual story. The source is hotnewshiphop.com, and I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. And SJ is gonna do a 1-2 thizzle. Okay, we taking it back old school. She gonna do her thug thizzle on the voiceover and reading the story. So SJ, take it away.
Diddy argues he had mental condition that caused him to commit alleged crimes. Diddy is trying to recruit a doctor from Columbia University to testify on his behalf, but his prosecutors don't really want to hear it. What's the argument? Per legal documents viewed by TMZ, it's essential that the music mogul was inebriated while committing his alleged sexual assault crimes. Overall, he and this doctor are trying to frame it as a mental condition, and that's it, bearing on the issue of guilt. When the outlet was looking through the documents, the alleged issue is redacted. However, they were able to find some things that relate to this. For example, prosecutors state that legal proceeding commands the defense to give substantial notice prior to offering evidence of the effects of drugs and alcohol on a defendant's memory or cognitive function. Moreover, there's also statements in the papers that refer to the Columbia doctor possible testimony as proof that Diddy did have the inability to control his behavior. But as we stated earlier, those arguing against the Bad Boy Records founder find this useless. One major reason is because this medical professional has no past appointments with Diddy. Overall, he would be trying to use other patients as evidence. Obviously, everyone has different reactions to alcohol and drugs, so applying other people's experiences to Diddy's situations don't make much sense. At the time of writing, the judge has yet to make a decision on this. However, time is of the essence.
Thank you, SJ. So I'm gonna have Marcus give his commentary on this because he got to bust a move real quick. So Marcus, man, what's your assessment on this updated Diddy news?
I want to know what crimes he trying to say he was under the influence committing. You know, which horrendous crimes are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to know. What are these crimes? Because we haven't heard about any crimes yet. Right? We know about baby oil and stuff like that, but we don't know about any crimes. And as far as what he's being accused of, we know about the trafficking, flying women from state to state or whatever. You know what I mean? Peace to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. But we don't know what crimes they're accusing him of yet. So I want to know what did he do under the influence, because they ain't say what it is yet.
Nah, I'm with you on that. But we do know it's some horrendous crimes that he's being accused of, but we don't know what he's admitting to. I'll probably have SJ read it again because sometimes it's in between the lines. Like yesterday, we had a story on Phil Robinson, and there was some things that was coded, and we decoded some things, so to speak. So, you know, we may have to do that again. So on that note, real quick, Marcus, if you had to give an assessment on how long would the Diddy trial last in your eyes?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Mhm.
If you read further down, it says that he's going to trial for his alleged trafficking and racketeering.
Thank you, SJ.
So I want to speak to that. There's no racket here, right? Now, I want the audience, I want the chat to understand that what I'm about to say is not in defense of anyone. I'm just looking at the case for what it is. I don't see a racket here. I understand what RICO is, and there's no RICO here. Okay. What I do know that Diddy is guilty of, that I've seen with my own eyes, is a battery. I seen an assault and I seen a battery on video. It's not a Fed crime, right? But it is a crime. So if we're going to say Diddy is guilty of anything, he's at least guilty of an assault and battery. That's it. That's all I've seen so far. Aside from that, I don't see any evidence of a racket, right? As far as, you know, women jumping on planes to fly to a party is not trafficking. I know what trafficking is too, right? So you know, it's going to be hard for them to prove trafficking unless the women say that they gave, Diddy money that they collected from people in the party. In order to be a sex trafficker, you would have to be taking money from the women, taking money from clients. That's pretty much pimping. That's what that is.
Got you, Marcus. You got a talking code over here, man. When you start talking,
my bad. If you charge an admission to an event or a function, and then once you gain access to that function, you gain access to women, that's not trafficking. Trafficking is what I just described. You know, my bad for the language. But, you know, at the end of the day, as far as a racket is concerned, I don't see a racket. I just see parties. That's all I see is parties. That's it.
Until you trapped off in one of those Diddy cribs with that big red ball in your mouth and you tied to the bed with a whole bunch of baby oil, I guarantee your tune changed then.
I'm thinking anybody with a red ball in their mouth wanted a red ball in their mouth. Pause. Right. You know, anybody in there doing whatever they doing went up in there to do it. You know, we have yet to hear from anybody that was chilling, minding a business, and woke up in a Diddy party like, where am I?
Got you. But hold on. SJ got quiet. SJ, you just went on mute. I just want to know. This guy says all he see is, you know, a bunch of Diddy parties until he get tied up to that bed with that red ball in his mouth. What you think about that? SJ, you there?
SJ quiet.
Yeah, no, she got it on mute. SJ, stop playing. Take it off mute. She probably lost the rib cage laughing so hard.
I'm saying, if you go into a Diddy party, you know what's in there. Now, you either going in there to do some regular stuff or you going there to do some other stuff, right? And you know, I feel like, because look, we all know what the BDS and M's and all that. So like, it's people that go there. They want to be whipped on. They want to be chained up. They want to get all of that. That's what they going there for, right? So then you can't go there. It's like the other issue,
hold on,
right?
hold on.
Go ahead,
Pound the like button. I gotta say this because I don't think people are hitting the like button. Make sure you pound the like button. We live on YouTube and Facebook. I want you to rewind what you just said. The like button is free, cost you nothing. Spread this live, share this live. You listening to Marcus, M.Reck, and SJ. SJ, I don't know where she go. You know, she put her button on mute, never came back, and hopefully she's okay over there. You know what I mean?
She like, look, you
SJ,
know,
you
I ain't going. She like, I ain't going to hell talking about this with y'all.
No, it ain't about her going to hell. I know why she hit the mute button and get low. SJ, are you okay?
I am fine. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, say pineapples or something.
What's so funny, SJ? I want to know.
I have no comments to you and keeping it 100. Okay.
Look, give us your safe word.
Exactly. Look,
give us your safe word.
She couldn't even hold it in. She lost air. She forgot to hit the mute button on there. But anyhow, going back to what you said these people want to get.
Listen, man, these people go to these parties. This is what they, you know, what they say. Some of them want to abuse you, and some of them want to be abused. Some of them want to use you, and some of them want to get used by you. That's sweet dreams. You know what I'm saying? People go to these parties. People got this kind of like, you know, this fetish that they want to be abused. And people go in knowing that this is what it is. There's doms, there's subs, and there's all of this stuff. People go in there to get beat up. You can't then turn around and say, hey, he beat me up. What he should have probably been doing is getting people to sign off.
I mean, he probably did. Look, essentially, right, or allegedly, when these people are coming to these freak offs, right? These Diddy freak offs, that's what they was called, right? With alleged baby oil. I seen somebody put in the chat room, at this point, it's grown up oil. That was funny as shit.
Right.
So he got the grown people oil, right? And the whips. The grown folks oil. That's we're gonna coin that over here. The grown folks oil, right? The GFO. Right. We got the GFO, right? Allegedly, right?
Johnson and Johnson. Pause.
Break the pause button on that. Hold on. We got people calling up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
Says ill at baby oil is called Johnson and Johnson. Pause.
Please.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Oh man, I gotta call them back. Callers, when y'all call the show, just know you're calling the business line, right? So you gotta give me time to hit that number 1 so I can get you through. Don't hang up on the phone. All right, so I'm gonna call you back, caller. All right, so yeah, continue.
Nah, just the name, just Johnson and Johnson, just wow. Like it just hit different now. Like
definitely wow. Down that like button, y'all.
Yo, it's wow. Yo, but all I'm saying is listen, check it out though. Check it out. Yo, look. First of all, baby oil ain't a legend. Baby oil is real. Adult oil is real. But look, at the end of the day, people know what they was signing up for. You know, being a
crazy. Hold on, niggas going crazy over the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, it is what it is.
Run the likes up. Look, I didn't make the thumbnail. You feel me? I found that online. I'm just saying. I'm keeping it real. If you looking for that thumbnails online, I didn't make it. Don't blame me. I saw a thumbnail. I took it and ran with it. Okay, it fit the narrative. Yo, listen. Don't blame me. You feel me?
Yo, why is Kiki D at the trial though? Yo, why Kiki D at the trial?
Cassie is at the trial too. That's crazy. And who's homegirl to the left?
Is that Miami or what's the chick he dealing with now?
I didn't think about it. Yeah, that's Young Miami, I guess.
Miami, right?
She look a little chubby in the face. I don't know. Did she get big or something? Is she pregnant?
You know, she got narrow shoulders on that. She don't look, you know. But I'm just saying, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Johnson. You know, somebody said Diddy oil. yo, that would move. Yo, you get some labels.
That's
You put
crazy.
Diddy oil. Yeah,
Hold on,
that'll
who did
move.
that? Yeah, that Diddy oil. Ooh, oh, Doc. I ain't gonna front. Salute to the Doc, Dr. Sebastian. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
Diddy oil was crazy right there.
Yeah, Dr. Sebastian. Don't say that last name. Pause.
But getting back to what you were saying, because I know we got new people in the room. You was just basically saying, and we're gonna get to the mental health thing too, because I want to address that, because that's SJ expertise. She's a mental health counselor, I believe. She has specified everything, but you mentioned all you see is a bunch of freak offs and parties, right? Correct? That's what you said.
Listen, all I see is some swinger parties, bro. Like swinging ain't illegal. That's all I see. Like look, everything that we seeing in the media is basically to embarrass homeboy. Like that's what we not seeing crimes. We seeing his business being put out there. Like, okay, he a freak. Okay, dude might be. I mean, he ain't suspect at this point. You know, suspect is when we think you might be, but like, homie is what he is, right? But we supposed to be living in the era where, like, you know, it's all of this, you know, pride and everything else, right? Right. So if everything is pride and everything is, swinging is, this and that and the other, right? I'm trying to understand, like, I need to hear from the victims, right? Somebody in there talking about PDF, right? We're the PDF victims, right? I just need to see it. Look, I'm not saying what didn't happen. I'm saying what I haven't seen yet. And everything that I've seen so far is not a crime. It's just wild, freaky stuff.
But hold on, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You keep saying what you haven't seen. What you trying to go to these Diddy freak offs or something like that? Like, what's going on with you? It's like it seemed like
no. I ain't trying. The freak offs are over. Well, I want to see proof of criminal behavior past a DV. I seen DV, right?
Pause.
Right. I seen a DV. I seen a assault and battery. That's what I seen.
Okay.
Yeah. So
when you say
look, if they look at the end of the day, look, it's going to be a long trial. It'd probably be as long as what's his name, Young Thug situation, right? If they present proof and victims come out and this and that, then we'll speak on that when it happens. But so far, they have been real cryptic about what they have. Like, how long it's been, like, and all we seen is her get stomped out on a video. He explained that. I don't think his I don't think his story necessarily stands up for the video that we seen. But what I'm saying is that's what we saw.
Correct.
You know, I just need to see witness testimony or victim say, yo, this is what happened to me and this and that and the other. You got people in the chat saying wow questions. So, like, you know, if there's underage people, let them people come forth and say, yo, this is how old I was and I was at the party. Now, if there's underage people there, how did they gain access? Did they gain access because they showed fake ID, or did they gain access because they were invited because of their underage status?
Hold on 1 second, bro. I got a call. Peace.
Peace, M.Reck. Peace. Good morning, man. Good morning. It's Trevor. I was the one call earlier, hung up.
Okay,
I didn't know that's how it works, right?
Nah. You good. I got a new number, so it's a little different now. So, state your name, where you caller from. Appreciate you calling, and look, do me a favor, just keep it clean. All right.
Copy. This is Chill Will, South Jersey. I'm calling in because I do see the potential for the racket. I think they have it all day. Like the guy that's co-hosting what you said, we haven't seen, such and such, but we also haven't seen a reason for them keeping them and not letting them get bail, right? So I think if they word the things correctly, you can show that the actions they've been taking led, to the progression of the criminal enterprise. Even if it's one person that was molested, an underage person in one of them free calls, or something like that. You get to see somebody when they got the drugs, somebody when they picked them up from the airport. There's too many different legs to this. And for him to be admitting that he's done something horrendous, he knows they got something on him.
Transcribing everything I.
My bad.
So I do believe, I do see a racket.
Got you. Do me a favor. I don't know if you got me on speaker because you sound a little low. I just want to make sure the people can hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm a truck driver. I'm on my headpiece. So
okay, now it's much better, my brother. Salute to all my truckers. I didn't know you was a truck driver, my brother. But I was just trying I'm trying to make sure the people can hear you because sometimes, you know, people have difficulty hearing people when they on an earpiece. Or, you know what I mean? That's all. I just want to. You made a great point though.
All right.
You know, thank you. Great assessment, good brother.
Yep. All right. I'm off this, man. Thanks, M.Reck.
Chill, Will. Salute, man. Thank you for tapping in, man.
Yeah, peace.
All right, peace. We live, y'all. So we gonna have SJ. Yo, Mark, I know you probably got to tap back in because you got to handle something. Mark, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. I just want people.
Before you go, I want you to. You want to rebuttal what he just said?
Right, a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. So, you know, I want people to just like listen to understand and not just listen to react. All right. I'm not here to defend Diddy. I don't know what he did, just like nobody else do. I'm not saying that, you know, they should have showed us evidence. What I'm saying is because I haven't seen any evidence, I can't draw a conclusion yet. Just like nobody else can draw a conclusion yet. I can only speak on what I've seen. And just because I'm saying I haven't seen evidence, it's not me saying that he's innocent. It's I haven't seen evidence of anything else outside of the assault and battery. The assault and battery, he's definitely guilty of. It's on video. We seen it. I seen it. You seen it. That's what we know he's guilty of. Does it mean that's all he's guilty of? No. What it means is they need to show us some more stuff before we can make an informed decision. Secondly, if you want to know what a racket is, you have to look up the word racket. If you want to accuse somebody of racketeering, right? Because that's the first letter in RICO is racketeering. Racketeering is you running a criminal enterprise. That's what Meech and them was doing. They was running a criminal enterprise to bring in money. Okay. That's what a racket is. So when I say I don't see a racket, it's not to say that I don't see criminal activity. Criminal activity is one thing, right? If you did something to somebody in a party, or if you had underage kids in there and this and that, those are crimes. They're not necessarily, it's not necessarily racketeering. But what I'm saying is, yo, if someone underage says, yo, I was in this party and this is what happened to me, then that changes the game. Right? It's one thing to accuse somebody of something. It's another thing for you to have an actual person that was there and to say, yo, this is how old I was, and I was in this party, whatever. So when we talk about rackets,
hold on, bro.
Right, go ahead.
Peace.
My brother M.Reck was good.
My brother Jerome, what's going on, man? I forgot this is a different. I thought you changed your number. I forgot this is a different number. I don't have you locked into this phone. Jerome, what's the word though? Talk to me.
I don't need no evidence because when the feds pick it up, it's common sense. They don't lose.
Jerome, hold that thought, bro. I appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you. Good assessment.
Call from
Janie B.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Peace,
M.Reck.
What's happening, Janie B? Hold on one second. Run the likes up. We live on Facebook. We live on YouTube. And I want to read the super chat real quick, Janie B. Give me like 20 seconds. Shouts to Dream Masters on the support. Appreciate you, good brother. Dream Masters, he says in the super chat, the young lady named Allie Carter, if you familiar with her story, I wonder why she has not been called for this trial. I agree with the dude speaking. I guess he's talking about Marcus. Where are these victim Where are these victimized people, I guess he mean, and the others involved? Lock them all up. All right, the lines is going crazy. We got Janie B on the line. Janie B, talk to the people. Let's get it.
I'm kind of confused at why Marcus keep moving the goalpost.
Damn.
So what goalpost is, and good morning, Janie B, but what goalpost is being moved? I'm trying to, when people use that term, I'm trying to understand what goalpost is being moved. Explain it. I'm listening.
Janie B bought the smoke this morning. Let's go.
Each time somebody give you proof of something or a lane to go down, you change up the scenario. How about sticking on the scenario? People have been coming out on Puff for years. I'm one of the people. Everybody ain't out for his money, sir.
No, that's not what I said either. So that's a goalpost move you just did. You said that it's about Puff's money. I never mentioned any of that. So what I'm trying to understand is
no, you didn't mention it about Puff, but you mentioned it about Shannon Sharpe. Everybody is not out here for a money grab. That's my point.
No, but today we talking about Puff. That's another goalpost move. Today we talking about Puff. I'm not moving any goalposts. What I said was, in this particular case, we need more evidence. Shannon Sharpe is Shannon Sharpe, and Diddy is Diddy. We need to handle these things.
Into Shannon Sharpe's thing the other day, and because I'm bringing it back on you about Puff and the Shannon Sharpe situation. Now you saying I'm moving the goalpost. You don't remember what you said?
No, I said you're talking about Shannon Sharpe. Today's goalpost is Diddy. So if you're saying, oh, Shannon Sharpe, again, you're moving the goalpost to another different case. These are two different cases and two different conversations. So if you're going to say I'm moving goalposts,
you the other day, Marcus, I said that to you the other day. You brought Puff into it, and I was like, you couldn't bring Puff into it. Now because I'm giving you an example of how you move the goalpost, you telling me I'm moving the goalpost.
So what Marcus? I'm telling you what goalpost you moved, but tell me what goalpost I moved. Explain it to me.
You're saying because you don't have enough information. That don't mean the people that's prosecuting him don't have enough information.
I didn't say that neither. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Okay, M.Reck, am I not hearing this right? Did he not say he needs more information when this is not enough information?
Yes. Rec asks, hold on. Rec asks Marcus, what is his assessment? What is Marcus's assessment? Marcus doesn't have enough information to say whether he's guilty or not. I didn't speak about the feds. I can't tell anybody here. Hold on. I can't tell anybody here. I can't tell anybody here what the feds has against Puff or what they don't have. Rec asked me Marcus's assessment. So Marcus's assessment is
we get enough information. We access it.
Right. We people who are not feds. Okay, so we meaning the people that are not the feds. You're saying because I don't have evidence, that doesn't mean the feds don't have evidence, and I agree with you. But I didn't say that the feds didn't have evidence. I said I don't have enough evidence. I don't have enough to say
we don't have enough information.
Okay, so we meaning me, you, and the rest of the people here. Okay, so then how about this? You tell me what evidence. So go ahead. Nah, because I think I made it clear.
Not the collective. We know what Puff did. It's a lot of weeds out here that are privy to Puff, the real Puff.
I understand that.
You can only speak for Marcus.
So this is what I'm going to say. Do you have, because I understand what you're saying. You're saying that Puff has done a lot of things that are, bad things. I'm not sympathetic to Puff at all. I think that there's a lot of things that Puff has done that's effed up. But we're talking about these Fed charges that he is on trial for now. Can anybody, you or anybody else, give us hard evidence, right? That's related to the charges. Do you have any evidence related to his trafficking? Do you know any of the underage victims? Have they told you anything? That's what I'm saying. Like we talking about, we got to keep it specific to this. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. Run the likes up. We live on YouTube and Facebook. Run the likes up. We got Janie B on the line. We got Marcus and Janie B having a discussion. Let's just say that they're having a discussion. It's cool because everybody's not gonna agree with everything, and they have every right to, articulate themselves. All right. So I'm gonna give the floor back to Marcus, and then Janie B is gonna speak. Yeah, continue. I'm sorry to cut your wisdom, Marcus, but I gotta let the people know. Run the lights up. All right.
Yeah. For some reason, people are taking me as if I'm defending Puff. I just said Marcus's assessment, right, is that you said we. I said we don't have enough evidence for these charges that he's on trial for. I'm not saying that we don't know enough about Puff to know whether he's a messed up person or not. I'm talking about these charges. He's on trial for racketeering and for trafficking. That's what he's on trial for. He's not on trial for PDF or any of that. What we're talking about right now is the charges that he's on trial for. If anybody in this on here has evidence to that, I'm willing to listen to it. Right? Now the feds might have something that they didn't show us yet. I didn't say they didn't. But until they show those things, Marcus's assessment is he hasn't seen enough. That doesn't mean I think Diddy's innocent. That just means I can't take a position on these charges that we're talking about on April 28th. So until they show us, and I do mean us having this conversation right now, everybody has their right to assume whether he's guilty or not. You have a right to feel that he's guilty. The chat has a right to feel that he's guilty or innocent. But you saying I'm moving a goalpost. I haven't moved any goalposts. I just said I haven't seen enough to decide whether he's guilty of these charges. But I'm also going to say neither have you. But you can assume he's guilty if you want to because of the type of person.
Tell me what I know and what I don't know, Marcus. You don't know anything about me.
Okay, so then tell me. So then let's talk about these. Hold on. I'm not saying that. Tell me what you know about these particular charges. I'm willing to listen.
And I had a situation with Diddy. Correct. Have I not said this months ago?
Correct. You have.
You cannot speak to me, Marcus, on what I can tell you what I do not and do know.
So I'm willing to listen. Now it's your turn to talk to us.
I'm not here to argue with you about anything. I'm
not here to argue. I want to listen now.
What he's being accused of, in my mind, I'm right there because it happened to me. Nobody has to tell me that these people, and I'm not saying the totality of everybody, but nobody has to tell me that these stories are fake when I've been in the story with that person. This is what I'm saying to you, sir.
I understand that.
Made up right this. This is not something I made up right this second. This is something I talked to M.Reck all this program about. This is something that I said. And M.Reck, if you remember this, I told you this. I said it was going to come a time on your show that somebody was going to come against me. And this is not saying that you with nobody, but M.Reck, you know what the conversation we had. Mm-hmm. Every time I speak on something behind the scenes, I let you know what's going to happen in the future. People can believe whatever they want to believe about me. I am who I am, and I speak my own truth. I spoke about this long ago. I spoke about this over 30 years ago. I spoke about this to therapists. I spoke about this to doctors. I speak about this in group meetings with other people that this monster did this to. So when I'm telling you, you don't speak for we done sat in groups and cried because somebody was telling my story. I was telling their story. This is not me being angry with you, sir. the worst thing we could do in this world, and I want to bring this down and try to be calm about it, because I'm not against you, Marcus. The worst thing we could do in this world is project the great man that you are to him. This is not you, sir. You just stop thinking in a logical frame of mind when you talking about a monster. Stop giving him the grace that you and other people that are upstanding men deserve. Stop giving that to people that are monsters. That's where I'm coming from.
Okay, but I never denied your experience, Janie B. I never denied your experience. What I'm saying is this, right?
You said to me, and let me be clear. You said to me, were you there? Do you know about it?
That's not what I said. So let me clarify. So let me clarify.
Am I wrong, M.Reck?
So let me clarify. The thing.
You know the situation.
I'll wait until you're done.
Hold on, Janie B. Hold on. Let me say this. Marcus, he wasn't on the live when you gave your, let's just say, when you spoke your piece about the situation. So maybe, maybe that may have rubbed you the wrong way because he's ignorant to the information. You understand what I'm saying? Into your situation. Personally.
No, she spoke to me. It was one time we had a show and she called in and she told me her story. I'm not denying her story.
I can tell you the story about that.
No. Well, we spoke when we were speaking about Shannon Sharpe. You mentioned Diddy. You did. Yeah, you did. So what I'm saying, you said, Diddy and people like this, and you went on that note. What I'm saying to you is your story is one thing and the charges are another. So if we're talking about trafficking or we're talking about racketeering, if I say I need proof of that, that doesn't mean what you went through with this individual is less true.
Marcus, it was a 17-year-old girl from Detroit that they trafficked. And Diddy, she's sitting on his lap. M.Reck did a whole live about it. I'm not making this up. The girl was from Detroit. They drugged her in, and she wasn't even supposed to be in the bar, but they drugged her in the bar and they took her back to daddy's house or whatever the place is called.
Okay, so if you guys were listening earlier, this is what I said. I said, unless somebody, see, now you're saying that. We never discussed that, right? So what I'm saying to you is, earlier, Rec, if you remember me saying this, you tell me. I said, unless somebody woke up in a Diddy party. Remember I said this earlier today on this stream. I said, unless somebody woke up in a Diddy party, they went in knowing what they was there for. Now, what Janie B is saying is somebody woke up in a Diddy party. Do you understand how that changes everything? No, listen to what I'm saying so that you understand where I'm coming from.
They drugged that girl in Detroit. And she wound up in New York. And they did all kind of foul things to this young lady. And M.Reck did a whole live about this. So it's out. The information is out there, Marcus. This, and I'm passionate about this. Respectfully, I'm not angry at you.
No, I'm not taking what you're saying personal.
If somebody bring this to you, I'm giving you layers to. It's been here, right here on this platform. He have did many lives about certain stuff. That type of stuff with this person. Am I wrong on that?
Correct.
Listen, I'm not here to deny. Okay, go ahead.
When you saying if somebody brings this to you about the trafficking and other things, the information is there, Marcus.
So where's there? I just listen. If you listen to what I'm saying, Janie B, because you're saying I shouldn't be logical, and I disagree with that. Of course, I should be logical. What I'm asking you is, right? I don't have a problem being brought to the information. If you're saying the information is there, just tell me where there is. I'm not here to say. No, listen. I want you to. let me hear me out, because I want this to be an exchange that makes sense, not just to us, but to the people listening. I'm not here to deny or to defend. I'm somebody who is open-minded to be informed. If you're saying that there's a person that this happened to, and you're saying that there's information out there that I need to check, no, listen, hear me out.
I'm just giving you
okay.
I'm giving you one example. I'm giving you one example of a place that you can go where things can happen in that live, Marcus, that brought me to tears, and I called back several times. It was a young man that came out and said something happened to him that he never spoke to anybody about. That live was so powerful, Marcus. You need to go back and I can't tell you what you should do or should not do.
What I'm saying is I don't understand how anybody listening to me talk can take me as me. I'm sitting here denying what these people are saying is the truth.
Let me interject real quick. You know, I'm glad that you're both was able to articulate yourselves. What we're gonna do is keep the show moving. Janie B, hopefully you wasn't offended. You know, Marcus.
No, I wasn't offended.
Nah, she said we good. I'm good with Janie B.
No,
I wanted him to know that because it's great guys out here, and hopefully he one of them. I don't know him one way or the other. You vouch for him, so he's fine with me.
Yeah, nah, he's my guy.
You can't speak from a place of I would want somebody, and I don't know he's doing it. I'm just saying in my mind, you can't speak from I'm a good guy, so I'm gonna think about it on that level. This man has been proven for decades to be a horrible person.
I didn't say he wasn't.
Look, let me say this.
I acknowledge that he's a horrible person.
Let me say this, and you know, I gotta bring that good energy back to the show, and you know,
right.
I gotta bring that
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna land in my plane.
No, hold on, stay here. I gotta bring that balance. I would say this though, respectfully, Janie B, you got radio voice cracking over here. His radio voice is no longer a radio voice. Okay.
I don't see how that's happening, but continue. I don't see that happening, but continue.
You feel me? Like you heard the radio voice crack. You feel me? But look, on a serious side, it's all love over here. Salute to the rec mob. Now Marcus, I've known for a long time. I'm saying this seriously. He's very argumentative. That's just his personality. He will debate you on everything. Okay. But see, me, I don't take it so literal because I just know he don't mean no harm by it. That's just his personality. You dig what I'm saying? He's going to debate everything and everybody. So hopefully this can help the rec mob, because I don't want y'all looking at him different. You know what I mean? He's great at what he do. He's a great host, but he has his own opinion. He has every right to that opinion, and he's going to argue with everybody.
He brings great perspective, and he gives food for thought. But when he's not all the way right, or he asks a question about something, we as the rec mob have to step in and say the other side of it.
No, you're right, but I'm gonna say this, Marcus, you rubbed the ladies at the rec mob the wrong way today, because I'm seeing people put in the chat, thank you, M.Reck, but his energy is trash.
I hear him. I just look at the end of the day. I'm not a federal agent. I don't have the paperwork in front of me.
Hold
on. I just don't understand why that's a problem. Like
radio voice. Hold on. Radio voice. You like I said, the people
hey, stop with the radio. Listen. What I'm saying is, yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Pump your brakes, RV. I never heard the rec mob use that language over here. Call somebody trash. His energy is trash. So
a lot of the females listen. A lot of women are logical. A lot of women are logical thinkers, right? Now, mind you, there's a lot of people like Puff out there. It's a lot of people like Puff out there. It's reasonable to speculate that he's guilty of something if they got him on trial. Another thing is, bro, we all from New York. And Rec, I'm talking to you. We all from New York. We know Puff ain't no great individual. So this ain't me saying, yo, Puff is a great guy and you know he's great and he couldn't have possibly did any of this stuff and this and that and the other. I'm speaking. I'm not speaking to his character. I'm speaking of the charges.
Well, I'm gonna say this because I gotta speak. Hold on. Let me say this. I gotta speak for me and my platform, and I gotta take responsibility for everybody that's on this platform. All right, that's just how I go.
Right.
And the rec mob, no. For me, I'm going to call the news general. Right. I'm allow everybody to have a voice, speak their piece, and y'all know where I stand. Cut the heads off on all these devils. Right. Y'all know that already. I ain't got to say that. But
right
when I bring someone like a Marcus on the show, he has his own perspective. You know what I mean? And it's not, you know, and I'm not pointing the finger at you, Janie B. I don't want people to take it so literal because he's adding on to the platform, whereas some people may feel like, you know, and we know better. Some people may feel like it's a Diddy witch hunt. You know what I'm saying? So he's adding that perspective of, okay, if y'all got all this on Diddy, then where's that? Where's the evidence? Outside of a Janie B, you know, from your personal experience and other stuff that, you know, that came out in the media and the news. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, that's all I'm saying, you know, and I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just want to just add perspective with Marcus having his voice of reason. And it's more so not to knock anybody being victimized, but it's more so just to add perspective of, you know, from a general point of view.
So let me say this to Janie B. Rec. I'm not a fan of denying anyone's experience. And the reason that I approach Janie B the way that I do is because I know people like Janie B. I know people like, you know, not just, you know, whatever experience with a celebrity that she had, but just regular guys. There's a lot of women out here who's had this experience with somebody who's not a Diddy. Like regular guys who you wouldn't know, that guys we see every day, right? Who we see them, we give them a pound, we say what up, and you would have no idea who they are when it comes to these women. I tell women and men, I say, yo, women ain't necessarily out here telling other women what they're doing to men, and men ain't necessarily out here telling other men what they're doing to women. Right? So a lot of times you might hear a woman tell a story about a man. You be like, nah, yo, nah, that's my man. But you don't know who he is when he's in a room with that woman, and vice versa. Ladies, you don't know, like women will be like, none of my girls is like this, but you don't know men's experience with your homegirl. So that's why I say, like,
got you.
Like people are saying, like, yo, like, you know, he's being respectful of Janie B. Why would I not be? Because I'm not here to tell her what her experience is or what it isn't.
All right, look, let's move on.
I'm not here to do that. Yeah, absolutely. But I need her, and I need the women in the chat to hear me say that.
Look,
you understand what I'm saying?
You good over here? Because if you wasn't good, I'll shut your mic off. You wouldn't even be on the show. You my man. Respectfully.
Hey, this is my mic right here, man.
And respectfully, you asked for examples, and I gave you one. You own the platform. The information is out there. I'm just saying.
I just need, look, I hear the information is out there. Just lead me to the information. I'm not saying that what you're saying is not true, but it's like the last time you was on here, you said, you told me something about, I think it was Shannon Sharpe. He had 23 other settlements. And when I went, no, listen, hear me out.
You asked, hold on, please let me just say this. You asked me to send you the link. I've never sent M.Reck the link. I've always had my son to send M.Reck the link.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, that's fine.
I cannot send no link. I'm not a person to do all that.
No, I got you. But if you're saying to me,
I'm saying a whole lot of stuff that I said came out.
So what I'm saying is, if you're saying to me, because you're saying what you did with M.Reck, now you're talking to me, right? Sometimes I'm on the show, whatever, like whether it be you, whether it be your son, whoever. I'm not saying I don't believe you until I see the info. I'm just asking for the info. I'm not saying you lying. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm open to whatever you're telling me right now. I want you to understand where I'm, Janie.
I'm not tech savvy like that. My youngest son do that. M.Reck talked to him once. He does that for me. I don't do the links. I don't know how to track down nothing. I know where I think of that, and I tell my son, send it to M.Reck.
They want to move on, bro. So the only thing I will say, let's move on. The only thing I'm gonna say is,
let's move on.
Let me interject.
Respectfully, I have no problem with you, Marcus.
No, I ain't got no issue with you. And if I'm on, call me. But I just send me whatever, and we'll talk about it. Like send me whatever, or have somebody send me whatever links you got, and I'll put that up. And we can go in on that.
Look,
I'm with it.
We're gonna move on, y'all. And I'm gonna get a safe word. So when it's situations like this and we gotta move on, I'm gonna just say I'm gonna have SJ.
Just say move on. I'm out.
Nah, it's all good. But Janie B, you know, it's all love over here.
Absolutely.
I love you, M.Reck.
I love you too, and you know, it's always a safe place. But
always,
you know, I want to, like SJ. She has her own perspective. You know what I mean? And you know, I have my own perspective, but I feel like collectively that makes a great show. You know, and we can agree to disagree on all things or some things, or may agree on everything or disagree on everything. Who knows? But we here to have the dialogue and be respectful to each other. That's it. As long as we respectful and be family. This is Rec Mob. Love is love. Janie B, thank you. I'm gonna get some more callers to tap in. And
all right.
Appreciate you, Janie B. Great assessment as always.
Appreciate you too.
All right.
Oh, one more thing I want to say. I want the mob to give, you know, for the people that are not doing this, the people this applies to, give Janie B and anybody who's had this experience some grace, because like when you hear the I guess whatever her people are saying, like she's being emotional and this and this and this, of course. Absolutely, she's being emotional. There's going to be emotions attached to those sorts of experiences, right? So whether it be my approach to her that y'all can see, and then even some of the people in the chat, give us some grace, because we're speaking on something that is probably bringing up some experiences for her.
Hold on 1 second. We got.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna say.
Hold on 1 second.
Accept, press 1.
Peace.
What up, M.Reck?
What up? Who this?
It's Optimistic in the chat.
Optimistic in the chat. What's happening? Hold on. Run the likes up, y'all. I don't think those likes is matching the people in the room. We had 1,000 people just rocking in here for a good while now. We've been live almost 55 minutes. We need those likes to match the people in the room. Do we got 1,000 likes? Is the likes matching the people in the room on Facebook? We on Facebook and YouTube. The like button is free. We got Optimistic in the chat on the line. Optimistic in the chat, man. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Marcus? What's up, SJ? Hey,
what's going on?
Son, I'm about to do. I'm about to mess around and play devil advocate.
Let's go.
Diddy, Puff, all that, Bad Boy. Why could you not mess around and hear that he said that he took Bad Boy from Tupac? He messed around and take Notorious from the coalitions, he knew what making money was about. He basically, could you, no, commission, that was commission. If you imagine like what those actual projects could have done in actual like first point time of those things, like of what they was messing around and talking about, if you mess around and understand what I'm saying.
Well,
if you mess around and you hit.
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna ask you this though, and this respectfully. Are you intoxicated? You high?
No, but what I'm saying is
you slurring a little bit, and you kind of all over the place. You my man. I'm just, you know how we do it.
I ain't worried about all of that. Yeah. All I'm saying is, if those projects had messed around and actually landed, what would those projects have done from like the post H0RREND0US, whatever it is, from Tupac? If you had an actual live freaking
yo, bro, hold that thought. I gotta take the next caller. Hold that thought, bro.
Call from.
Peace. You live on MRecktv. Speak your piece. Hello. I see you. Hello. Hold on 1 second. Yo. Hello. You. All right. So check it. I don't know. Shouts to Optimistic in the chat, man. A lot of people in the chat room, the rec mob, was saying like, you drunk, homie high, this, that, and the third. I ain't gonna front, good brother. Sound like you was slurring. Sound like you was in another dimension. You know what I mean? With Wiz, respectfully. I seen I got another caller. Call me back too. Callers. I want to get more callers on this topic. Call me up. 646-397-7095. I want to bring the energy back. Let me get SJ to add a soothing voice here and then also add a voice of reason. I haven't heard from SJ in a minute. SJ, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You still holding on to that mute button? Because I heard you just take a breather.
I did not take a breather, and yes, I had it on mute.
Okay. So SJ, let's get to the actual details in the story about Diddy, I guess, admitting to some of these horrendous crimes due to his mental health. Could we go there for a minute? Is that possible?
Where are we going? I mean, I'm not understanding. You want me to read the article again?
What's going on here? Is everybody high and drunk here?
You said, no, listen to what you said. You said to what he admitted to.
Yeah, he admit. All right, let's go to the title. All right. Diddy argues he had a mental condition that caused him to commit alleged crimes. Let me know if I'm missing something here. SJ, you there?
I'm right here.
I think everybody's high.
I ain't high.
First of all,
I'm good.
nobody's high.
I don't know.
No, can I say something real quick on all seriousness? All seriousness. So first, I want to just say that to everyone listening, whether they're writing in the chat, whether they're calling, MRecktv, M.Reck team, definitely take when persons have been assaulted, whether past or present. This is a sensitive topic for those who have experienced it and who are experiencing it. And so some of us may not have ever experienced it, but we all have something that we have experienced that will bring out an emotion in us. So let us just keep that in mind, whether we agree, whether we disagree. We never want to not be sensitive and caring to those persons who have been through this and are currently going through this, whether you are a child, a female, or a male. Also, just keeping in mind what you're writing in the chat, that people who are not calling and who are not writing in the chat are reading this. And this is a very sensitive topic. So again, M.Reck wants everyone to share their perspectives, but please just remember to be respectful, whether you agree or whether you don't. Everybody has feelings. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't write it in the chat on this topic. Because as we can see, emotions are high, and we're going to be respectful to everyone. I just wanted to put that out there. But regarding getting back to Mr. M.Reck, yes, Diddy said he had a mental condition to his alleged crime. So I don't know what happened to the mental condition, because he said he had it, but he's never had an appointment.
Hold on. I love the way you segue to that, right? But only after you asked me the question.
I got a call up also, Rec.
All right. Marcus, I know you got to handle business. I tap back in with you later.
No. I got a caller. Somebody called in.
All right,
they hit my number.
All right. Tell them, hold on 1 second. Tell them, hold on. Peace.
Hold on, bro.
Peace.
All right.
Peace. Who this?
Maybach Mel.
Oh, Maybach Mel. What's going on, Maybach Mel? Oh, you trying to get your radio voice on too. What the hell is going on over here? I didn't know who you was. You radio voice too now? Like, Maybach Mel, take me on speaker, man. Put your regular voice on, man. These niggas with these...
I don't got you on.
Yo, hold on. These niggas with these fake Billy D voices and all that. Like, yo, you know what? We're going to bring the show back.
I was trying to sound like Marcus.
Yeah, I know you was. I know you was. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. Everybody high. SJ is high off her coffee because she don't drink or smoke. Optimistic in the chat. I don't know what he high off. You know what I mean? It's just a lot going on over here. But it's all love. Maybach Mel calling up.
It's for humor. We needed a smile.
Yeah, I bet y'all did, but we gonna reel it back in because Maybach Mel never called up with a voice like that. He's trying to compete with Marcus, and I respect Maybach Mel keeping it official. He took accountability, and he knew I caught him. So Maybach Mel, you got the floor. Let's get it. Talk to me.
SJ, you there? SJ, you there?
And he coming with the jokes. Salute to Maybach Mel. He called up with the shit today. That's what it was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna comment to Maybach. You know, I'm gonna let him enjoy his moment. That's what I'm gonna allow him to do.
Yo, SJ is my girl, but she got emotional right there. She got a little emotional right there.
Oh,
don't do that, man. Maybach Mel, I'm the only one who can ask ask SJ, is she there? Okay? You know what I mean? She don't take offense to it.
First of all, I did not take offense. You know what? I have nothing to say. Salute Maybach. How are you today?
This is the only one can ask SJ, are you there? But Maybach Mel, talk to me real quick because we got another caller on Marcus' line. I don't even know why they still calling Marcus' line like he run this shit over here or something. What's going on? I'm gonna have to reel this shit back in.
It's the Marcus takeover, man.
Yeah.
It's the Marcus.
I'm the guy, man. This is what it is, man.
Don't call him Mr. Marcus either, because I'm gonna have to say pause on that Maybach Mel, because Mr. Marcus, you know, wear that hat and he's in those other type films. I'm gonna leave that alone. You feel me? Pause.
Yeah. All right. All I'm gonna say is, did he do it? Did he not? I don't know. But all I do know is, you know, these rumors and these things is being said since back in the 90s. You get what I'm saying? So, and I feel like Tyson said, he's playing that mental card because, you know, when you're dealing with these folks and you got charges like this, you know, you claim certain things. You know what I mean? And, you know, sometimes they a little lenient on you, but he will be evaluated if that's what he's claiming. You know what I'm saying? So, on that note, I just came in with the jokes, man. Marcus, you can stop being Billy D. You know, SJ, are you still there?
But hold on, Maybach Mel. Let's keep it real quick. Janie B made radio voice crack up a few times, right? That radio voice wasn't sounding like that radio voice that we all know, right?
We can play it back at any time. We can play it back.
He said that's a fact.
Bring the receipts.
He put a crack in the armor.
She put a crack in it. She cracked his mic.
Nah, she cracked her own mic. Shout out to Janie B.
She
Cracked
cracked
her own
the
mic.
radio mic.
Yo, I'm gone, man.
My mic never cracks.
Salute
Shout out to Janie B. I got love for Janie. Hey, Janie B, your number's in my phone, man. So whenever you call me, I know it's you.
Hold on. You see this guy?
Shout out to Janie B.
Doing this shot. Look, yo, you a nasty nigga.
I'm not shooting anything. I gotta know who hitting the phone.
Look, Janie B, your number's in my phone.
Right. She called me like 8 times one day, man, on the air.
He turned into Mr. Marcus real quick.
Phone check him. You got to phone check him, Marcus.
This nigga's
M.Reck,
crazy.
you got to phone check Marcus real quick.
Yeah, I know. This guy, man, taking he gonna take the rec mall back to his platform and all that. I see what he doing.
Phone check. What are we in Rikers?
He telling me, hold on, I got a call. I'm like, okay, take your call. Okay, get out of here. He said, no, I got a call from the show. Like, nigga, I'm running the show. Nigga, they calling me. You hear this shit?
Yeah, that was wild.
That was wild.
I'm saying, look, you put the number up there.
I got a call. Nigga,
but you know,
right.
I guess
they calling MRecktv. They ain't calling Marcus. They calling M.Reck. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
100 though. No, you fine. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
I got a call. I'm telling that nigga, hold on. I don't care who calling you, nigga.
They calling you. They calling you. They calling you through my phone, man.
Debo.
Yeah, he ain't Deboing nothing.
He's trying to Debo, man.
Listen, I shut his mic off, okay?
Appreciate y'all.
Listen,
I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate y'all. Salute the star, man.
Appreciate you.
Look, real quick, Marcus, do you still got the call on the line?
They on hold.
All right, let's get to that call. Let's get to that call.
They on hold. SJ, stay there. SJ, stay there.
I will. Thank you.
Please.
Let's get it.
All right, caller, talk to us, bro.
Yeah, man, peace. Look, I just want to clear something. I got that number off the screen. But look, I just want to say this to you, right? Everybody got their own right to their own opinion, whether we agree with it or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if a person don't agree with it, you should just respect that. You see what I'm saying? Secondly, too, is that we all quick to judge somebody. If you're not, whatever has to be innocent until proven guilty. Everybody nowadays is guilty before proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? Us in the black community definitely do that to one another. We don't stand with each other until the facts come out. We quick to judge and just say, oh, he or she did it. No, like we gotta stand together and stand for somebody. Because if we don't got nobody standing for us, how you think they look at us in that courtroom? When they see that we ain't got nobody, we ain't got people out there standing behind us, everybody think that this person is guilty way before they prove they innocent. So I'm just saying like this, man. Everybody deserves to be proven innocent before guilt. So if you can't do that, then that's messed up. Because it can happen to you, it can happen to me. You see what I'm saying? If we don't look at it and say, look, they ain't been charged yet, they ain't been found guilty. So let's just roll with it and see what happens. Let's just see. But we don't do that. I'm not a Puffy fan. Let's get that straight from the rip. I ain't a Puff fan or Shannon Sharpe fan. None of them. You know what I'm saying? They all sold their soul so they get what they deserve. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying in general for us, if they can do that to them and we can agree with everything they putting out there in narrative, it can happen to me and you. So I just stand for innocence until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, good brother. What's your name? What's your name?
You say?
What's your name? What's your name? Say your name.
It's the same one, G Money from Philly, man.
Oh, G Money. Okay, it's G Money, bro.
Shout out to G Money.
G Money.
Yeah, be in the chat.
That we need to make sure that we plead innocent before guilty. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that's how we got to stand for one another. And that's messed up how we treat each other. We treat each other and follow the narrative. And that's why these crackers do what they do to us. Every day somebody is going to jail because everybody think they guilty. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to say. I didn't want to hold your head off, wrap your head off a nut. But that's what I wanted to say. Peace.
All right, peace. Appreciate you.
No doubt. Good. Thanks for calling in, bro. So before I hop off and come back, this is what I'm gonna say, right? In reference to the charges, like what people got to understand about these cases is that if you incorrectly charge a person that might be guilty of other things, right? They might beat the charges that they're incorrectly charged for and actually get away with the stuff that they actually done. So, right. So like when you're talking about somebody like Diddy, right? If he did a lot of wrong stuff to a lot of people, you got to charge him with those things and then bring those people forward. So I feel like people like a Janie B and then whatever long list of people that he's done these things to, those are the people that got to come speak. And when they come speak from a like what happened with Cosby, like if you get enough people saying the same thing, not on the internet or anywhere else, but in a courtroom, then you can charge a person with those crimes. And now these are the people who are saying, yo, this guy did this to me, right? Not on no civil trial, but in a criminal trial, you do that. As opposed to trying to get somebody on a RICO, right? And knowing that it's 9 times out of 10, they're going to beat that. They're going to beat a RICO. It's like trying to charge police. You see what they do with the cops? Like if they shoot a, they shoot a unarmed black man, they hit him with murder 1, knowing that they're going to beat it. That's what they do. That's how you work the system. You hit a cop with a murder 1. Murder 1 requires premeditation, and you're never going to prove that. So when you give somebody an incorrect charge, incorrect indictment, and they beat that, then they get away with the stuff that they're actually guilty of. And shout out to Ms. V. I see you. I mean, and just to say this, right? We hear what people say about Diddy, whether we hear it from 6 Degrees or whether we hear it from first person. These are the people that need to be speaking in them courtrooms. And I understand how hard it is to do that. I do. I hear women say this all the time. And I've said for the last few shows that we were talking about Shannon Sharpe. I'm not a woman, but I can understand, even though I can't relate, how difficult it is to face your abuser. But I think that what would be ideal is for a bunch of people that Puff has done wrong to speak to somebody so they can face him and so he can face the actual things that he's guilty of.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Peace.
Hello?
Yeah, you live, good brother. State your name. Where you calling from?
It's Pete from Brooklyn.
All right. Salute.
All right, so did he cop out to something?
Nah, he didn't cop out, but he's trying to I guess own up. I think he's taking a little ownership by saying some of the stuff he did do, but he did it while he was dealing with bad mental health, so to speak.
Okay. Yeah, he needs to cop out because he ain't got no wins when you got that many witnesses up against you.
Hello?
Hello?
You there? You got anything else you wanted to say? Where's Rec at? Well, go ahead, continue, bro.
No, I was just saying he just needs to pay for his stuff. You know, he messed up a lot of people's lives.
I think those people need to come forward and speak up against him. I don't know if we have I ain't going to say nothing until they start this trial. When they start this trial and people start coming out and speaking against him, you understand? Then we'll know that. But you know, Because when we say, if there's this many witnesses, we don't know the witnesses yet. But when the witnesses actually come forward and start speaking, that's when we'll know like how real this is. Because I said a second ago, like, yo, if people come out and say, yo, this is what happened to me, yo, on this date and this time and this and that, whatever, right? That's when we'll know the weight of this, right? So, whenever they decide to start this trial, we all gonna be watching it and we gonna be talking about it.
The feds ain't gonna roll until they know they got your ass on some shit. They don't. That's the way people really beat them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's true most of the time, but they rolled on Irv and they didn't have nothing.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying, right? So
That's true. That is true. That is true, but there's not a lot of people that beat them.
Right, they rolled on Irv and Murder Inc. and they ain't had nothing on them. They just hemmed them up to get them out of the way for Preem. Like we know that to be true now. Yeah. We gotta keep it clean. We gotta keep it clean, bro.
Keep your show going, man. I enjoy your show, man. I've been following you for a couple of years now.
I appreciate it, man. This is Marcus. This ain't M.Reck. M.Reck stepped away for a second, and he'll be back. But I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Okay, all right, man. You have a blessed day, man.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, man.
Right,
so,
hold on real quick. Hold on.
Peace.
Right. So, I like I say all the time, I encourage people to come out because I think what it's not about what I think. I'm gonna say this. I would imagine it's more difficult, right? I think it's more difficult to watch a guy who's not only done a lot of people the wrong way, but may have done you the wrong way. Is it more difficult? I want to pose this question to the ladies. Is it more difficult to speak out against this guy or maybe testify against this guy or to watch him walk free? Is it easier to watch him walk free? Right? You understand what I'm saying, Reck?
What you mean?
In other words, like if I'm saying, look, I think that people need to, anybody that's a victim of Diddy, anybody that survived Diddy need to come out and speak against Diddy so that they don't risk him walking away. And then we'll say, well, the system failed.
Well, a lot of people are speaking up, on their behalf.
Well, are they going to the courtroom or are they talking in the media? Is what I'm saying.
I think a combination of both. Hold on one second, good brother.
Okay, then we golden.
Hold on one second. Peace. Caller.
Peace, God. How are you?
Peace.
Okay.
Peace, Queen. I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Good.
That's what's up. Who this?
Happy to see another day. This is Kiki calling from Toronto, Canada.
What's your name again?
My name's Kiki.
Kiki, do you love me?
Kiki. Yes, I do.
That's what's up. Love you too. Word. My daughter name is Kiki. Well, her name is Kiara. And when that song came out, I always used to tease her. Kiki, do you love me?
Everybody was singing that song to me. They still do.
Kiki. So we got Kiki on the line. Kiki, I'm loving your energy already. Everything is energy. I'm big on energy. So Kiki, give me your assessment on this whole Diddy situation right now.
Okay, Kiki loved the kids, so I always, I want to bring it to the forefront that there are minors involved in the charges brought against him. And like homie said, like a lot of people were saying, sometimes you need to see proof because anybody can say anything. So we really have to wait until the trial comes forth, and then we may not even see a lot of witnesses or victims because a lot of them want to be kept anonymous. And I think the judge is allowing that. So the testimonies that we're going to hear is going to be more in depth. We don't even know probably half of the victims out there. But in regards to the situation of him now saying, okay, when we go back now, The video of Cassie came out, he denied it. Well, before the video came out, the allegations came out, he denied it. They put out the video, he made an apology video. He got arrested, the video got taken down. Every time someone has come forth to say that accusing him of doing something, his lawyers or somebody who's representing him has always denied it. They deny it to the fullest. So now he's saying, I did it because. Now he's giving you a reason. So he's admitting it. He's admitting that he's guilty to something, and he's using an excuse for it. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he tries to claim mental insanity or, plead insanity, because now he's saying it's a mental issue, which could go so many ways. You could be a psychopath, you could have bipolar. There's so many different avenues you can go with that. So I'm interested in seeing where he's going to go with admitting to something. And I feel like it's because, sorry to cut you, let me just finish quick, because I feel like it's because his lawyers, plea deal the other day, he turned it down. He's been turning down all these deals. So in his mind somewhere, maybe they're making a win some way, somehow. But now at this point, I feel like he's come to the realization that there's probably no, getting away and getting around anything. Turn down the plea deal. So now he has to face the time that's coming forth. He can't make the deal anymore. So I see, in kind of like in a mental thing, I could see kind of where he's trying to go with this, but we'll see how it turns out.
Great assessment, Kiki. Great assessment. Let me get a round of applause real quick. Let me see if I got the round of applause. Let me see.
Peace and love.
You hear it?
I hear it.
Round of applause for Kiki. Because I was just saying that.
Peace to all the gods and goddesses out there.
Peace to all the gods and the earth. Because I was just saying that a few minutes ago. And thank you for that.
Thank you too, King. Stay on that high level frequency, up.
High level frequency. Peace. Shouts to Kiki and all the Kikis around the world. I see everybody in here got a daughter named Kiki or a girlfriend named Kiki or a side piece named Kiki. Okay? Kiki. Everybody's Kiki out. All right?
I'm sorry, but that applause was really weak. She was being really nice, but that was the weakest applause. And I just thought I would add that in there.
Hold on.
That was the weakest.
Okay. A weak applause. Wow. What applause you have, though? What sound effects you got over there, SJ?
I do have the board, so
let's do that.
It's just not plugged up.
Okay. So you shouldn't talk, SJ. Okay? Until you get your board plugged up. Okay? So let me rock with my weak applause. Okay? Hold on one second. I got callers calling up. Peace.
Sean, M.Reck?
Yes, sir. Who's this?
Sean,
salute to Sean. Where you calling from?
That's right. M.Reck. Listen, I want everybody to hear this.
Hold on one second, Sean. Hold on one second. Run the likes up. Hold on, Sean. Run the likes up. We live on YouTube. We live on Facebook. That's right. Okay. SJ is sending shots my way. Okay. I get it. I love it. We got the pushback show coming soon, and SJ know what I'm talking about. Okay. So she's pushing back. Okay. It's all good. Shots fired. Make sure you have on your bulletproof vest. That's all I'm gonna say. You feel me? Because we gonna return shots. You just never know when they gonna come your way. I love it. I think everybody's drunk and high today on MRecktv. That coffee got her going. But Sean, you got the floor. Let's get it.
Even if they let Diddy out right now and he walk free, M.Reck Diddy is morally guilty. Period. He might be innocent in the eyes of man's laws. 12 jury, 12 people let him walk. But in the eyes of the Most High, he's guilty. And everybody have a short memory. What about Tupac? What about Biggie? Yeah, we talking about GHB in baby oil. Well, they got to prove that, right? They said they were children, Harajuku Barbie children at the party.
well, we got to see that. But M.Reck, besides what they charging him with, which is those sexual things and the party and the GHB and all that, to me, Sean Combs is guilty. Even if he walked today, the amount of stuff that he has done to people, the amount of things he has done while he was here on this earth, where he's still here, right? How can we have a conscience to forgive him when him himself, what he did, there's still on things that's stones that need to be overturned. Tupac, Biggie Smalls, the 9 people that died at City College, the 9 kids that died at City College because of greed. You see what I'm saying? The way he beat on women, M.Reck. M.Reck, if one of those women, not only Cassie, because we saw that violence. Imagine Misa getting beat, Kim Porter getting beat. The other Asian-looking one got beat. The way Diddy beat on women, M.Reck, he got to go to jail at least do some time. What you think?
Hey, if you're guilty, I think you should do the time. Especially when it comes, especially when it comes to these women and to these babies. I mean, to all victims, because men is victims as well. You know what I mean? But if you let another man, rub you down with baby oil and put something up in you, I don't know what to tell you. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying, as a grown man, kids, I can understand, but as a grown man, you like 30, 40, and you let that go down, that's a little spooky, but I'm with you, brother.
That's why I was saying to you, besides that, if Diddy walks out, right? If Diddy walks out, to me, I can't, the amount of things Diddy did, if Diddy's on a chessboard, he's always going to be in checkmate. Okay? Whether he move left, that's Tupac, checkmate. He moved right, that's Biggie, checkmate. Questionable now about Kim K. Should we believe Aldi Shore? Should we believe Jamie Foxx? And how is that a coincidence? Same symptoms, same situation, same thing. They end up in the hospital. Spooky is right, but is it really spooky when it comes to this man? Or is this man that evil in his heart? That's all I got to say.
Man, great assessment, my brother. Salute to that caller, man. I think his name was Sean, right? That was Sean, right?
I think so.
Run the likes up. I know Marcus been wanting to get his radio voice off since it got cracked up by Janie B. Janie B cracked his up.
It don't make it more true the more times you say it, bro. But I'm gonna say this, right?
It's all good.
I agree with what homie said. My man that just jumped off the phone now. The different things that he said. Jamie Foxx. I didn't see the Jamie Foxx thing, but I heard they said that Jamie Foxx said something. I didn't hear him say it, but we know enough about Puff over the years to say that he's guilty of being this individual that we say he is. We know about the stories of, him doing the things, in the music industry with the different artists and this and that and the other. We heard all the stories. So we know the individual, that we're dealing with. So, like he said, outside of whatever charges, whatever court cases and this and that, like he said, he's guilty under God. Like if you want to come at it that way, I ain't got no protest for that. I got no protest for that. You know what I'm saying? We know all of those stories. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too many people that said this and that. Wendy Williams done blew up a lot of stuff. Janie B is calling in saying that she went through something. So those that's enough for me to say that, there's enough tied to this individual to make a character judgment on him, right? Which is separate from what they're doing in this trial. But as far as character judgment, oh, that case closed. And that's my piece on that.
All right. Run the likes up. We live on YouTube, Facebook. I see we only got 580 likes. We should have over 1,000 likes. Over 1,000 people been rocking out in the room. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I got to get back to SJ because SJ has a lot of experience in the mental health department. SJ, are you there? I don't know if she's taking another call or she's just leaning on that mute button, or she just ran away and got her bulletproof vest because she sent some shots my way, and I haven't even heard a peep out of her. Yeah, she's in rare form today. That coffee, I don't know what's in that coffee, but yeah. But nevertheless, I see some breaking news came out with Shannon Sharpe. Let me so Shannon Sharpe, according to the reports, lost his $100 million deal. Okay, let's get the news story on that real quick. Marcus, could you pull it up? I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Real quick. $100 million deal. Okay. Oh, the U.S. Sun. Okay. So, according to this, I got this right now. Let me take this off the screen. Boom. According to and this is like a credible platform. This been around for years. You familiar with this platform, right? Marcus, the Sun? You there? Everybody's, what the hell is going on? All right, nevertheless, I got it. He might be on a phone call. So, according to the U.S. Sun, scandal hit. Future Shannon Sharpe's $100 million podcast deal revealed after star gambled with career by releasing raunchy text. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Get a call. Peace. Mute your audio. Peace. Mute your audio, caller.
Oh, peace. I'm sorry. Peace. TV's on in the other room.
Yeah.
The other room real fast. My bad. You just on over here. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Peace.
What's going on?
Peace to the M.Reck family and peace to you, M.Reck. This is Big Citizen. I just wanted to call because, listen, I feel like this entire thing, it could have been avoided in a lot of ways because there's something that we don't talk about as Black people, and that is the horrific sexual offenses that go on within most of our homes. As a Black woman myself, and the daughter of a beautiful daughter, and 4 beautiful grandgirls, 2 sets of twins, and family members that have been sexually molested by their own uncles, fathers, brothers. These are the things we got to talk about. Because if we don't talk about the big pink, fat elephant in the room, how is it ever going to be addressed, my brother? We got to address these things as a people. Because too many of our babies are being molested by our own brothers. And what P. Diddy did is no different from what's going on in many homes, to many women all across the globe, you know? And it's sad. It's sad because we watched this man come up to be the big megaton that he is. And he was doing all these things going all the way back to the 90s. And who really knew him? And who really knew? And then there was people that knew that said nothing, just kept it quiet. It's almost like the same thing that children are always told by family members. What goes on in the house stays on in the house. We got to stop doing that. Because, see, a lot of these babies are being molested, too. And a lot of these young teenage girls are being molested, too. I have a cousin that was molested by her own father from the time she was a baby. May she rest in power because she got all strung out on drugs because she was messed up behind that. and she's gone. So I don't feel no sympathy for the man. To wrap it up and make it short, he deserves everything he gets. Okay, and it's just disgusting, and it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. For all my brothers out there, I love all my brothers. I love all my kings, my God. But please, if there's anybody out there, you know somebody that's doing that, pull them to the side, check them, and get them right. Get them right, because that's something that men used to do. You know what I'm saying, M.Reck?
Correct. I
We used to
appreciate
do
you.
that.
That's a
I
fact.
used to watch my uncles pull people to the side and check these brothers, but the men don't check the brothers no more. Start checking these brothers, y'all. And peace to the whole M.Reck family. I love y'all.
I love you too. Salute. Peace.
Call from.
Peace. Peace.
Oh, it's the Deacon, brother. Yes, sir, it's the big Deacon. And I need to call to get the energy right in this guy dog. You know, right? Yes, sir, brother.
What's
I
going
feel like
on,
I'm at an NA meeting. Yes, sir,
What kind of meeting? What kind of? You said an AA?
NA meeting. Yes, sir. You got to do a happy hour already. He come to the happy hour drunk. And then you got everybody sad and depressed. I thought the Kanye might have been the cousin that they were talking. He was talking about he molested, god dang it, in that little song he just put out. Yes, sir, brother. I say, oh, look at here. They need to get a RICO for Big Dog Kanye. Because, boy, M.Reck, the Deacon tried to ride with him, but I can't ride no more. I'm getting off the bicycle. Boy, this Negro tripping now, brother. Boy, this thing, oh my goodness. Brother, he talking about his cousin. And he ain't talking about the girl cousin that all of us used to like when we was in the 80s, when 18 came out. This Negro talking about his male cousin. His non-ex cousin. Oh, man. Oh, boy, look at him, brother. Yes, brother. I knew something was wrong when Kanye wore a Fruity Balloons KKK outfit. I say, boy, this Negro got a LGBT hate outfit on. What kind of hate? How you gonna be hate for the end? Happy? You a hate gay Negro? What? Boy, I don't know which one greasier. Kanye West songs or Umar Johnson's skin. But one thing I know they need to do, brother, yes, sir. They need to send RICOs over to White 100. They need to send it to Umar. Because, boy, Umar needs to step down from that Banter down trap house school he got. And somebody needs to go and see where the tithe money went at. Because, boy, M.Reck, it's more termites and bed bugs in that raggedy ass school. God dang it. And the sad thing was,
allegedly.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, sir. And tell Brother Marcus, I said, hey, he sound like himself smell good. I said, boy, look at the way he idolized the situation. Sound like Tom Joyner. God dang it. I said, boy, this nigga gonna work on the morning show. He do yes, sir. Oh, Bo Cruz talking that Negro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A Bo Cruz. He a Bo Cruz talking ass nigga.
Damn, brother. Yes, sir. That Negro be on the big old boat too, brother. He going to the Bahamas. Hey, this is Mr. Marcus now. I'm going to be spinning that kilo. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I could hear him playing all the oldie but goodies. Yes, sir. And with that neat ass voice he got. But boy, M.Reck, the black men, all of you black men, listen to me. Shut up, get off top. Let's not even talk about nobody going to court and jail, because we all got a pass. And boy, look at you, they digging up everything on your black behind. 50 Cent, you next. That boy, that step sister, you hunch. And when you was in the second grade, they're gonna be bringing that out pretty soon. You Negro need to stop. See, black men forget what color they is, because they love to laugh hard. They get the White 100 laugh at another Negro. But boy, you done felt on dogs and everything. Negro, some you Negro still a pervert. Yes, sir, brother. And you talking about Shannon Sharpe. But boy, look at Shannon Sharpe. Boy, that Negro don't he look like Sherry Shepherd, that ugly comedian? She used to be fine on Def Jam. I forgot her name, but she done got ugly and chubby. Shannon Sharpe jawbone look just like her, man. Damn. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir, brother. But man, I'm telling you, M.Reck, it feel good for the Deacon to be back. All these dudes going to court for something the Deacon ain't seen in 5 years. I wish I could see me some cooler cat. But boy, at least they going. I say, boy, look at here. I got to use my cash out to see it. Bro, I'm so sick.
We're gonna say alleged. We're gonna say alleged, Deacon. You feel me? You know?
Oh, allegedly, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, couldn't court. I'm telling you, right? They couldn't take the Deacon. No, not the court, because you ain't gonna get nothing off that Venmo and that PayPal. Oh, hell no, brother. That Social Security check ain't come. The Viagra's ain't selling like they used to. You can't get the 5 for 20. No, sir. You're gonna get a good conversation in the crowd. Yeah, brother. But man, M.Reck, we got. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, brother. I read the end. Oh boy, M.Reck, we got to do it right. And everybody, y'all need to share the video. Y'all make sure that you let everybody know that my brother M.Reck and old Cruz shake that lappy tappy Marcus, all them on the background. Just come join us right there in the background. Yes, sir, brother. Hey, this is Marcus now playing that skilo. I wish I was a little bit taller. Hey, this one goes out to Jose, and that's it. I got dang it. Yes, sir. A rabbit in the hat with a bat out of baller. Brother, yes, sir. Boy, Marcus be playing the hell out them oldie but good. With that Tom Joyner ass voice he got. I say, boy, this Negro right, he got all his teeth in his mouth. Oh, man, and his skin ain't bad. I'm telling you, bro, because you can tell by the way somebody talk, they ugly. That's why when the Negro called in drunk, I'm like, bro, it ain't even breakfast time. They serving pot cakes still at McDonald's, and you drunk and all over the place. What kind of Negro you bring the drunkenness to the happy hour? Yes, M.Reck, God dang. But boy, M.Reck, I'm saying yes, sir. But you know what? The perverted
real
Negro,
quick, Deacon, real quick, I want to address this because this is it's breaking right now. Shannon Sharpe, according to reports, lost his $100 million deal. He lost his $100 million deal. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Now that's the ugly thing. Oh, M.Reck, before the Deacon hang up there, M.Reck, before you address this, I got to pray for that right there. Before, brother, I got to leave a word of God with that. First TDJ step down, not Shannon Sharpe. M.Reck, can I just say a little quick prayer before you get into that topic, brother? Is that all right with you? Good boy, look at you. Yes, sir, for you and Tom Joyner Marcus. I mean, yes, dear God, oh God, I ask that you touch all the men, God, today. God, Shannon Sharpe that lost his Snicker money deal. God, everybody losing everything. We losing our house, God. Some of us losing our mind. But God, we ask that you right now, God, just any black man that gets rich, tell him to get off the internet. Don't tell your auntie on that social media. God, tell them to shut their damn mouth. God, you got to act broke and look broke, God. Stop buying all the good Jordans. Because, God, when we get money, God, we forget that everybody hate us. The chicks want to be with you because you got a big cash out. Everybody wants something on that PayPal and that Venmo. But, God, we ask right now that every black man right now can look at all these things. Because, God, the men that they need to attack, the Motel 6, shake that Laffy Taffy, whack 100, God, in that ragged ass bed with the Bobby Brown shake Gumby. God, they don't go after them. But God, they always go after the black men that take vows, that do their thing. So God, with that being said, God, we ask that M.Reck and old Tom Joyner ass Marcus. Everybody can do what they need to do. And let him continue to play that funky Cole Medina and that skilo on those big cruises. And with that being said, M.Reck, the Deacon's gonna go on his head on out.
Real quick, Deacon, before you go.
Yes, sir.
How you feel about, and I'm just saying this in a general perspective, how you feel about, is it a witch hunt on successful black men with these white women?
Oh, yes, but nobody like us. Yes, sir. It's been a witch hunt. Nobody like us. Nobody. We don't even like each other or ourselves. That's why it's so much hostility in the littlest things. But until we go back to the codes, how everything used to be when grandma and granddaddy had it, them rules, because this what we doing now ain't working. Ain't none of this stuff working. All this, and look at our children, black children and black men. Boy, look at here. We ain't gonna be FBA no more. The FB gonna be gone. Cause boy, the way we getting out of here and the way that everything bad happening to us, brothers, it's getting reckless and it's getting sad. And I noticed one thing. Even though they hate the black men, they starting to treat some of these sisters just like they treat that Negro. They beating you up now. They pulling your wig off. They slamming y'all at the Winn-Dixie in the meat department on the ground. So, man, look at here. Love, you want love in your life, you better bring and give something.
That's
Stop
a fact.
asking God to give.
Deacon, I
Ain't
I appreciate you, good brother. The line's on fire. Thank you for calling, man. We miss you, bro. All right, salute.
bro. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Confirm.
Peace. Peace. Peace.
Peace.
What's going on?
What's happening with you?
What's happening, good brother?
Hey, you already know I have to mess around and call in on Mr. Deacon. Mr. Deacon in the chat mess around and wants to talk about optimistic, mess around and sounding all slurring. I'm missing teeth. So whenever it goes to me talking, I mess around and I slur like I mess around and have what's called like a lisp with a kid or something. I ain't trying to be mad about no lisp with a kid whenever they mess around and come around and go talk to them, but I don't have to be a drunken person to mess around and know that when somebody mess around and comes and goes and talks about a Tupac situation, I ain't got no teeth. It's slurs.
Got you, bro.
No. I ain't worried about whenever we talking about what's called being on one of the women's nights or something like that. You don't need no Deacon Window right there. They the same freaking pedophiles that messed around and turned out the little girl.
Well, allegedly. You throwing shots at Deacon Weasel. I don't think you want that smoke, because right now, you kind of on the drunk side right now. You feel me? You drunk as shit right now, so I don't know if you want that Deacon Weasel smoke. You know what I mean? But
I want the Deacon Weasel smoke.
Oh, okay.
Where's the Deacon Weasel sitting over there with the horns? Hey, put the horns up in the chat. Where the horns at? They sitting over there. They sitting over there. They're over there. They're over there. They're over there.
Yo, bro, I got you. Yo, I'm glad you feeling good about yourself. You know what I mean? You got a little taste. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Optimistic in the chat, but today you optimistic with the whiskey. You know what I'm saying, or with the rum, whatever you want.
Hey,
you feel me?
We could take exactly. We could take all of those and put it in the same thing. I still ain't in the truck. I'm still not traveling the country.
That's a good.
I'm still not doing any of those things.
Got you. Maybach Mel said, "Stay off that fireball." But yo, optimistic. I appreciate you.
Keep the fireball.
You said keep the fireball. Okay, my man. Appreciate you, man. Salute.
Respect.
Hey, yo, I don't know what the hell is going on today. People are drunk, high. It's been a different kind of day here at MRecktv. I still have fun. A lot of people felt like they needed this laugh. I seen a couple people say that they needed this laugh. If you needed this laugh today, because it was damn sure a crazy kind of day over here at MRecktv. If you needed this laugh, just put a thumbs up, a salute, or just put some laughing emojis so we can know that, you know, everything still went, you know, according to plan. You know what I mean? Long as we can keep you entertained, we're going to give you the news and make sure it's informative. And if you can get a laugh out of it too, that's a beautiful thing. Peace. Who this? Marcus?
Yeah, I'm in the building, man. I see I stepped out the room and, you know,
what?
Somebody it looked like somebody took a shot. I'm reading the comments.
Oh, nah.
Looked like somebody took a shot, man.
Smoked your boots, my nigga.
Yeah, get his boots smoked. Pause.
Nigga called you. He said, yo, you got the voice for the boat cruises and the booze cruise.
I don't even know what that means, but anyway. I mean, hey, look.
You the MC on that boat cruise, nigga.
What Bruce Lee said, boys don't fight back. Wait till I step out the room to talk trash, but it's all good. I'll see him on the next one.
Radio voice.
Boys don't fight back.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't your day, bro. Today wasn't your day.
Nah, I'm seeing women in the chat shouting me out, man. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't gonna feel me.
Oh, yeah, no. It's all
everybody
good.
Ain't gonna feel me on any day. But look, at the end of the day, shout out Brownstone, shout out Kiki Stewart, shout out, you know, A few of the women in there, man. Sakina bounced out. I seen that she bounced out. You know what I'm saying?
Salute to my brother Ace. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
good.
man. Yeah, man. It's a lot of women that you know what I'm saying.
Deacon Weasel, he also called you Tom Joyner. You know what I mean? Salute to Tyson or that. He was smoking your boots, bro. You know what I mean? You might have to bring
Tom Joyner is a smoke. I don't know who Tom Joyner is. I don't even know. You know what I mean? But hey, somebody's calling in from Connecticut.
Okay, let's get it.
All right.
Oh shit, niggas smoked your boots. Shouts to Ray Vaughn. Ray Brown. And salute to Ray Vaughn. He said the DJ voice at the White Strip Club. Yeah. You all right over there, my nigga? What you spanking your monkey?
No. That's the Ray Brown laugh.
You sounding spooky as hell, my nigga.
That's the Ray Brown laugh right there.
That was spooky as hell,
man.
my nigga.
It's the Ray Brown laugh right there.
Oh my god.
Today, somebody was calling. I don't know who that was. They was calling from whoever Connecticut is, call back. You know what I'm saying?
All right, real quick, because we ain't getting into the Shannon Sharpe story. Can you see it on the screen? Can you control this right here?
Hold on, let me see.
Move this up and down, or you got to do it yourself?
Nah, it got to be over here for me to do that.
All right, so it's on the U.S. Sun. I'm gonna take this call. Pull up the U.S. Sun, and pull up your link and take this one down while I answer this call. All right, my brother. Peace. Peace.
Mammy.
Hello?
Stepmommy.
Stepmommy, what's happening?
Hi, M.Reck.
What's going on?
Hi, Marcus.
Uh-oh.
I love your voice.
Uh-oh. I'll have that link, right?
Perfect radio voice.
Don't tell him that.
You said I sounded possessed the other day, Marcus. That's funny.
Crazy. Hey, Reck, you got to send me that link if you want me to pull that up.
I got you. Oh, shit.
Let's go.
You leave those nasty women alone, Norman. I watched that movie.
Shit is crazy
50
today.
years of smoking and karaoke. It took its toll on my vocal cords.
Damn.
Maybe other things too.
Pause. But yo, Stepmommy, I appreciate you. Salute. You got any?
I got a joke for you.
All right.
Let's go.
Dedicated to Marcus.
I'm gonna dedicate to Marcus and Deacon Weezo. You know what Deacon Weezo does when he watches a Trump rally on TV in his swamp shack?
Okay. All right, Stepmommy, appreciate you. Salute.
Call from.
Peace. Mute your audio. Mute your audio, caller. Caller, mute your audio. You live.
Yo, M.Reck.
What's going on? Who this?
It's Wendell, man, from Dallas.
All right. Let's
Long
get
time
it.
listener, first time caller.
All right. Salute. Thank you for calling.
Just want to give a shout out, man. I appreciate what you're doing, man. Love the show.
Thank you, bro. All right.
Just to tap in on the topic, I think it's just gonna all come out in the wash, man. It's time. Like Cat Williams just basically set it off, man. When he said all lives are gonna be exposed, and it's coming to the head, like the old folks used to say.
Oh, my bad. Damn, I forgot my phone is hooked up to my Bluetooth, so I'm taking calls, but I'm trying to find more content. My bad, y'all. Sorry about that. Go ahead, caller. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
There's a lot going on here today, man. That's why the energy you gotta maintain energy, because when it's all over the place, you see what can happen. Shit is just haywire today, but it's in a good place though. It's still in a good place because people are still enjoying
a lot of
the
hot
show.
topics, man. It's a lot of stuff that need to be spoken on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact, man. But I appreciate you calling in. All right.
Most definitely.
All right, peace. Shouts to Tyson. That's a fact. The energy definitely shifted. Deacon Weasel brought the energy back. You know what I mean? He's always needed and very comical, hilarious. You know what I mean? Yeah, now his new name, instead of radio voice, boat cruise voice. You got a new name now, radio. What's happening? You there? I asked him to get a link and he disappeared. Nigga went to a boat cruise. Let's get it. Salute to the Rec Mar. We here, man. But let me read this Shannon Sharp. Where's SJ?
I'm right here.
You right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How fast you hit the button? I'm right here. Yeah, right. You've been ducking and hiding.
I have not been ducking and hiding. You know that I multitask and I'm responsible, for a lot. So I have to ensure that those things are being completed.
I hear you. Sound like you driving somewhere and hitting that mute button still.
I didn't hit a mute button. I'm still right here. So I don't know what you're hearing.
Threw shots at me and ran, put it on mute, and now she on the road. Crazy.
That is
so crazy today. I never seen. Yo, she's in rare form. How of coffee, throwing shots. I'm asking her to read the news back. She's questioning. I'm like, what the hell is going on today?
Well, I had to lighten it a little bit.
Okay.
With the smile. So yeah, we had to just bring the smiles back, and even though this is a very serious subject.
Correct.
None of this is entertainment.
Nah.
With that being said, just so that everyone can get back in the right headspace, and for everyone to understand that to allow people to share, it's not easy to share your experience and what you've been through, for people then to try to make you feel a certain type of way because you have certain emotions, because this is a real life experience for you. So I think, again, if we can just continue just to be positive, you don't have to agree with everyone, but still be positive. Everybody has feelings. We all have gotten our feelings hurt before. We don't all been misunderstood. So let's just keep everything in a perspective and just treat everyone with respect, because you can disagree, but do it respectfully.
That's a fact. Shouts to Deacon Weasel with the super chat. He's smoking Marcus boots again. Called him Radio Raheem. I first called him Radio Raheem when he first came on the show, and people I think SJ gave Marcus that name. Oh, you got a radio voice.
I sure did.
Yeah. Gassed him up, gaslit his ass. Now he got the boat cruise voice, and Janie B cracked his mic. Nigga voice is all cracked up. He don't know what to put on these days. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, he gonna have the car salesman voice. He gonna come in speaking 1,000,000 miles a minute tomorrow. Radio voice. Radio voice. He got his boots smoked by Janie B, Deacon Weasel, the whole chat room, the Rec Mob. That nigga got smoked.
It's a good thing he can handle all of that. That he doesn't take it personal, because that can be a lot all at one time.
Yeah, exactly.
That can be a lot.
Over here thinking you taking over shit. You feel me? Altering the voice.
But does he think he's taking over? But remember,
you ain't him?
Oh no, what'd he say?
He was talking big-ish, talking big John Wayne shit. What? Yeah. He said they calling me. You ain't hear him say, I said, yo, I'm getting a call. But he said, no, I'm getting the call.
Oh, yeah.
Talking big shit. You better pump his brakes. Booze Cruise.
Wow.
Let's get it, though. SJ, you driving. You out the loop.
What you talking about, the Shannon Sharpe thing that I told you about earlier?
Focus on the road. Focus on the road.
First of all, you know what? You're talking about the Shannon Sharp that I told you about earlier?
Is that what you're referring to? You didn't tell me about that earlier.
I did tell you that earlier. You
When?
probably wasn't paying attention.
No, SJ.
I did tell you earlier.
No, you didn't.
I
SJ.
did tell you. Okay.
SJ, are you okay? Because today, I don't know what's in that coffee.
I told you earlier.
Doing something different today. Even the rec mob noticed that. I'm letting you know, SJ. You know you're being recorded, right? So you may want to you know.
No. I know we're alive, but I did tell you earlier about the Shannon Sharp.
Right now you're in the matrix right now.
Hey, Reg, I got somebody on the line.
Look, see? Here we go again. He got somebody on the line. Let me get off his show, y'all. The Marcus show. Yeah.
So this Tri-State Red. Talk to us.
Oh, Tri-State Red is calling you. Wow. Oh, I'm out of here. Let's get it.
You on.
I'm out of here, y'all.
First of all, salute Rec Mob, salute salute M.Reck, salute MJ, and salute Marcus, Mr. Marcus. I ain't calling you no radio voice. But listen, I didn't really call. I don't have much to say on this particular topic, but I want to say this. I was hoping over the weekend, I was hoping that you guys come Monday or Tuesday would be discussing the Lil Kim situation with her little young boy, because it's literally the flip side of what we got going on with Shannon right now. I'm giving this out for $3.99. This is all black love.
Hold on, right?
I felt like that's the direction you guys should go in, because Marcus, when I was making my points, and I made it clear that I'm biased. I'm only biased because I'm a female, and I've dealt, I've had experiences. I won't say dealt, but I've had experiences with older guys when I was a younger girl. So I just know the reality of what the world we live in, period, from a woman's standpoint. But to be fair to the men, so they don't have to keep taking the ignorant stances that they take, like, she was the OnlyFans girl or whatever. I don't care if you walk on the street for $5. If you say no to somebody, that's no, period. However, to be fair to the guys, this was a perfect flip side, and it kind of, in my mind, fed into exactly the question you asked me with Tracy Ellis Ross. How about if it's the other way around? And so to give my answer and then dip out of here, I'm going to say, when I saw that little young boy's live talking about his situation with Kim, one, I thought, damn, this is really a little nigga. But two, I thought, sue her. And I love Kim. But off the principle of I'm trying to control the cursing, the duckery, okay? Off the principle of that, I feel like it should not be a double standard. The bottom line is, if you dangle carrots in front of somebody's face, I feel like you should be punished for thinking that you can play that game without consequence, period. So I think that's a good topic to get into. I mean, Mr. Potato Head, a.k.a. Shannon Sharp, he is what he is. I know a million of him. And this story is, like I said, it's going to continue to unfold. So you'll have plenty of content to come. But I definitely think we should give the guys the benefit of seeing the flip side. And that's Lil Kim and this little young dude. And it's not cool for her to do it the other way around just so she could get her cheek smacked. That's all I was calling to say.
Got you. Thank you, Red. Appreciate you, right? Salute the Tri-State Red.
I hear somebody talking, but I can't hear what they say.
Rec is talking to you. Go ahead, say that again, Rec.
That's M.Reck talking big talk.
I appreciate you, Tri-State Red. Thank you for calling.
Of course, anytime. I salute y'all. And it goes both ways. So please do not let her skip by on that. Talk about her story too. Okay? Because that little boy just want to release a song. That's all he want to do.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see it, but
I did.
You did. You didn't bring it to my
You did, Marcus. So then you got the info and the links for them. But I mean, you know, worst case, I can send it to one of these emails I see on here. I started to do it yesterday. Actually, I did it to the 310 number, but it bounced back. So I wanted to make sure that I called in and put it on your radar, because it's not fair to always go after men, because we do have predatory women out here. I see it a lot. And I want to be clear that even though I'm biased both ways when it comes to predatory behavior, period. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I don't care if you're a man or woman, if you're black, if you're white, if you're strong, if you're weak. If you're playing the game, you know, I used to be Jigsaw. Want to play a game? Let's play a game. However, now I've grown to the point where I'm like, nah, listen, we have legal recourses out here, and folks deserve consequences for their actions. No one deserves to be run over, played with, manipulated, or, you know, led to believe that they're going one way or the other for your personal gain. You know, listen, you charge other things to the game, but it's just certain, you know, there should be a moral compass to everything. So yeah, and to the chat, in case I get one of these questions again, yes, I'm happily in a relationship. There are people who hear me on here and know me because my name does ring bells, not the flex. But yeah, these come from honest opinions, just from honest experiences, and I refuse to act like I haven't seen, heard, or personally experienced any of the things. So, yeah. So, salute, guys, and get back to your show. I just wanted to throw that out there, and I can't wait to call back in when you put him on the screen. You know?
I got you.
No doubt.
All right.
Salute, y'all.
Peace, Red. Right, cool. Salute. Tri-State Red. Appreciate you. So, look. I want to say this, right? I didn't see the Lil Kim breaking news or whatever it was, right? But also, I'm going to say this. I think everybody wants a show. Everybody wants, you know, MRecktv, Tri-State Red. That's the most I ever heard you. You know, you gave your assessment, but you was in your bag. Salute to you, though. You know, we could probably work something out. I see everybody shooting a shot.
As M.Reck is telling, we're going to work something out. If you're interested in co-hosting, please email MRecktv cohost7@gmail.com. So you can be a co-host. I just want to put this out there. M.Reck is very busy, and he wants everybody to win. And I'm so serious. He really does. Until he doesn't understand sometimes that there are things that he needs to get accomplished on a deadline, that while he's wanting everybody else to win, it's kind of throwing him off the deadline. So just know that he definitely wants everybody to win. He wants everyone to succeed. But there are steps to everything. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Thank you. You're right. I appreciate it.
So
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to speak to the Lil Kim thing. She was dating some young boy. I think he was an artist. And I think what happened was he kept it moving, and he had a kid with a I guess a woman his age. And so now she's holding his music. She won't release his music. That's the story. That's I remember the story. I don't know the dude's name, but you know, basically she's 50. And I think he's in his 20s. And you know, he was her artist. And I don't know if they broke up or if he had a baby on the side of their relationship or whatever, but pretty much it's a 50-year-old Lil Kim messing with a young boy. Now, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna follow up what
this is homie.
That might be him. That looks like him. That might be him.
Because Kim is all over him.
Right. I think that might be him. Right. Kim and her new artist. Yeah, I think that's him. Because he was on the video showing his little infant and all of that. And yeah, she's going in on him. Now, this is the thing. I want to say this, right? Y'all see how nobody knows this story? That's all I'm going to say. Nobody knows this story.
Now, mind you, I saw this a while ago where, you know, it wasn't clear when they put it out on the blogs. Like, they just pretty much said that was her artist and they may have a thing. They didn't, you know what I mean? They didn't give concrete information. So now that I guess it's more credence to the story due to, I guess he moved on and she wants to, I guess, handcuff his music, right? Hold it against his will. You know, I'm gonna look into the story because I definitely want to put this on blast. You know what I mean? Salute the Tri-State Red, salute to you. But yeah, this looks a little crazy because homie, I don't know how old he is right here.
So I'm already pulling it up. Let me see.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Call from.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Peace. Yo, peace. Yo.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who this?
This Jose out of Vegas.
Jose.
Across the street in Vegas.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, my brother?
Salute.
Nothing,
What's the
man.
word?
This show sound kind of wild. Sound like a hostile takeover to me.
Oh, wow. I thought it was just me. I thought it was just
hey,
me.
the Reg Mob firing shots for you, Reg.
Okay, salute. I thought I was bugging.
Hey, I'm like, oh no, what's going on? These shots being fired all over the place.
Word, right? You heard SJ firing shots at me today too, right?
Right, it's a hostile takeover.
They going in today.
You said everybody want their show. They standing up today.
The inmates is running the asylum. God damn.
Hey, the Reg Mob came back firing shots though.
Oh, words? What they were saying in the chat room.
Reg Mob wasn't playing Deacon Weasel and everybody else called up like, hold on, pump y'all brakes.
Salute. That's what I'm talking about. Salute to the Rec Mob. They know what it is.
It's going down, man. Let me get back in the show, man.
All right. But yo, what's your thoughts on because I want to definitely address the Shannon Sharpe shit, but they saying he lost his $100 million deal due to the information that came out with that. I can't even call her a snow bunny because she's not even
right. She said her daddy is black and her mama was white.
Yeah, but she's not even bad like that. I mean, respectfully, you know what I mean?
I don't think that's fair though, man. I don't think that man should have lost everything just because of accusation or whatever. It's just, you know, somebody he kicked it with, and you mean you gonna take everything from somebody he kicked it with, and it's not like she no minor. I mean, they got to keep it real. That's not no minor. That's a grown woman. And you mean this man can't kick it with another grown woman? Or y'all just gonna take everything just because y'all feel like it?
Crazy, right?
That just goes to show you we need to start building our own thing. That's what it looked like to me. So they taking brothers down left and right.
That's why we got
with
this
no
MRecktv thing over here. We got our own platforms. You know what I mean?
Right, and you have to tighten up your own belt. You know what I'm saying, to make sure you stay on 100.
Oh, come on,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
You know that. Listen.
Yeah, you got a lot of haters out here just because you doing your own thing and been surviving for so long. So you got to keep yours 100. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm good on these chicks, white chicks, whoever. I'm good. Feel me? I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming. It seems like it's coming down to that where they just trying to destroy any black man that's successful any type of way with anything. We just going to destroy you and take everything you got. That's crazy. But get into some trucking, Red. We'll keep this money rolling, brother. Get into some trucking.
Man.
Yeah, get into some trucking, man. We always going to get this money. Even when COVID hit everybody, we were still out.
That's a fact. Salute. Yo, I'm Jose, man. Salute. I appreciate you, bro. All right. My God.
Call from NobleWorks.
Peace.
Peace, God.
Peace.
This shit's funny. I'm pardon my French.
Who this?
This is funny. It's Lil Latif out of Philadelphia.
All right, hold on 1 second. Shouts to Tri-State Red. She said, just because my finesse on 1,000 doesn't mean I want anything I haven't asked for. Salute, Red.
Mm-hmm.
You taking it too literal. It's all love. I'm just joking.
Wow.
You got it. Yeah, today is different.
I didn't I got that far with that little thing right there. Like, wow.
Salute. What's going on, good brother? What's your assessment on everything that's going on with this Diddy situation, the Shannon Sharpe situation, this Lil Kim situation? It's crazy out here.
Yeah. And it's all us. Wow. So just shortly, briefly with Diddy, I'm sick with it, so I had to let it go for a minute. Too many details. And then for him to just admit it, it's too much. I had to get out of rest. I got, more important things going on at this point because so much has been shared about the Diddy thing, and so much is going on with that. Shannon just ain't too sharp. It's just that. You know what I'm saying? Like with
Shots fired.
With the joint. With the joint.
Shots
Word is
fired.
bond. With the joint you just showed. With the joint you just showed, he was. I'm listening to the commentary, and it's like you was like, she ain't even all that, and then I was like, I don't even know what this shorty look like, and then when you showed it, I'm like, oh please, yeah, man. I mean, come on. He put himself in that situation, and I see where the Deacon was going when he mentioned Umar. It sets off memories because a brother who looked like him named Jermaine from Philadelphia was doing the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Set up just killed his whole bag over some whack, over a shorty who ain't have it straight in her head, so he ain't have it straight in his head. I mean, you look forward to this stuff. You had people come to you on your show and tell you about yourself. You know what I mean? Cat would tell you about yourself.
Gotcha.
Without being that way with you, like directly.
Yo, good brother. Come on. Good brother. I appreciate you calling on, but the chat room saying that.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. It's crazy. I know everybody got a headache piece. All right, peace to the Rec Mob.
Peace. Damn, he ain't even let me speak my piece. But niggas are saying homies off that Jack Daniels. But it is what it is. And Peach said, am I the only one at work that's not drunk or high? Nah, I'm with you, Peach. I'm not drunk or high over here. I don't know what's going on today. What is today a holiday or something? What's going on? Shit. I thought St. Patrick's Day was like a month ago. On that note, man, let me read the Shannon Sharpe joint. Real quick. So let me get right to the point. Let me get right to the news. Let me get right to it. Let me see the actual. Let me see where they say. Okay, I'm going through the shocking allegations. Okay. I can't believe he gambled his career. Where is it at? It's like, I don't know. It's like the stories is conflicted. It's saying that he like the headlines are saying like he lost $100 million, but when you read the story, it's not given like an official word. We do know he so-called stepped away, and I said that when Shannon Sharpe made that statement of stepping away from his position at ESPN, to me that was them giving him an ultimatum, like, yo, look, we can do it publicly, terminate you, in a public manner, or you can put a statement out there saying that you're going to resign or step away from the position. So I think that's what happened. Marcus, what you think?
What, as far as his resignation? Nah, I think they offered him a opportunity to step down.
There you go.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, we on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. But I'm just trying to get confirmed information on this though, because I'm seeing conflicted headlines. 1 minute is he lost his $100 million deal, but they kind of like beating him around the bush. They're not giving like concrete evidence that, oh, it's officially a wrap for his $100 million deal. I'm not seeing that. Let me know if you coming across something that's more concrete.
Now the $100 million is for his podcast, right?
No, it's for his ESPN situation.
Oh, it's for the ESPN. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make sure.
I thought his wasn't he getting offered a deal for his podcast to get picked up or something like that, or no?
He may have.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's official. I think the Sun might have put something out just to, they might have sensationalized the title. But when I'm looking at the information,
but if he's off the I think that the deal is for his podcast, because think about this, Rec. If he stepped down from ESPN, then that deal will be off the table.
Hold on. Now you might be right, because it's saying right here, Shannon Sharpe's hopes of securing a massive 100 million podcast deal have collapsed. Okay. Following allegations of sexual assault. Sources told the U.S. Sun. This is sources, but come on, man. Is it official? Because, but you know what? If it's for his podcast, then that would be like a private situation, because I believe he has his own ownership in his podcast, or he owns a majority.
Yeah, but he owns the podcast, but it's the same thing that they approached Drink Champs with. So Drink Champs was approached by Revolt. You know what I'm saying? It's funny enough, right? What happens with these podcasts once they get huge enough, they the people want to pick them up for like syndication and things like that. So I think the deal is for his podcast, so his podcast and not just be on YouTube. They might air it and syndicate it, or whatever the case may be. So I think it's a podcast deal. I don't think it's ESPN. I think his situation with ESPN is done. That's already done. But they want to cut him a check for his podcast so they can, expand that.
Got you. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look into more details with the actual deal. So it is for his podcast, from according to what the U.S. Sun is saying. Okay, so the future of Shannon Sharpe $100 million podcast deal revealed at the Star gambled with career, releasing raunchy texts. Okay. Yeah. So according to the U.S. Sun, Shannon Sharpe hopes of securing a massive $100 million podcast deal have collapsed following allegations of sexual assault, sources told the U.S. Sun. Okay. So according to the U.S. Sun, they got sources that told them Shannon Sharpe $100 million deal is out the window. Okay? It's off the table due to the most recent allegations with him and this the snowball. She's not a snow bunny.
Well, who was this deal with?
They don't say. All right. Shouts to Troy Ave too. But look, this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta handle some business because I gotta handle some shit in the city. I gotta film in the city. Gotta get up with my man Blue Blood Bloods. I can't even say it right. Shouts to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV Shy. He hit me up. I gotta hit him now. Yo, Blue, I don't know if you tapped in. I'm about to hit your line. Yo, Av, I'm about to hit your line. So I'm about to get off this. Salute to everybody dropping the super chat. Salute to Jose. Salute to the Rev and the congregation for holding down the church. Salute. That's a fact. You catch me on the Facto show. I think those clips will be coming out soon. That's Troy Ave podcast. He had me as a featured guest on there. Salute to him and Queen Wolf. Salute the Leaf and all that over there. You know what I mean? I had fun over there last night. We did some dope commentary on this podcast. So that should be out in another day or so. If not, later on. Shouts to Tri-State Red on the super chat. Everybody who dropped the super chat. Tri-State Red again. I'm straight M.Reck. Got other things going on. Laughing out loud. Just a strong opinion. It's all good. Nah, don't. Y'all be taking things too little over here, man. Y'all a little emotional today. Yo, what's going on? I love y'all though, Wreck Mob, but god damn. Like Deacon Weezo said, we got to bring that energy back. So on that note, I'm gonna go live with y'all later. Hit the like button. Make sure you leave those comments. Let me know how you felt about the live. Marcus, you want to run your commercial for your podcast? Let them know how they can subscribe to your new podcast. Shout it out and put the links in the chat, and you can run the commercial. And
I mean, I'm gonna say this before we go. I real quick, right? And by the way, to anybody that feels different, I'm straighter than 915. You understand what I mean? I'm chilling. Outside of that, I think that Sharp is going to get another deal after all of this blows over and he keeps doing this podcast. Somebody's going to owe him, somebody's going to offer him another deal. It's just going to happen, right? That's going to happen in the future. But aside from that, Eloquently Petty, I'm on the Eloquently Petty channel. You already know what it is. That's where I'll be. I could type it in the chat if you want me to, but yeah, man, Eloquently Petty, it is what it is. You know, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We gonna do this again, and peace out, man. You know what I mean? Let me type that in for you.
Yeah, salute to SJ too. Salute to Ace, everybody, man. We here, man. Salute to the Wreck Mob. We here. I'm gonna go live with y'all later. Run the lights up. Make sure you download that Spooky Hours app in the Apple and the Google Play Store. Okay, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Make sure you subscribe to Marcus' new podcast, Eloquently Petty.
And shout out to Janie B. Shout out to Tri-State Red. Shout out to Katie.
Word.
Yeah, shout out to the women. Shout out to Kiki Stewart. I see you. It was somebody here. I think her name was T. I forget the rest of her name, you know. But yeah, shout out to everybody that was shouting me out. Shout out to Deacon. You know, shout out to who else called us, man.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. It is what it is.
Yeah. Ray Brown, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Nate for life. Felicia Queen. Shout out to Felicia Queen.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Let's get up out of here.
I see you trying to make them double back to your platform. I got you trying to personalize. Listen, they're gonna rock.
Oh man, this is people who show me love since we've been on, man. I'm show them love back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, we up out of here, man. You know, shout out to everybody. Until next time, we're gonna rock again. MRecktv.
You're ready. Salute. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Most def.
All right, y'all. We off this double deuces and bubble gooses. Salute to the rec mob. We here, man. All right. Leave those comments. Let me know how you felt about this live. And oh yeah, the co-host with M.Reck. Email MRecktv7. My bad. No. MRecktv co-host 7@gmail.com. All right. Let's get it. And we're gonna announce all the co-hosts days they're gonna be, being highlighted on the show. So we're gonna do that in the next couple of days or so. We're gonna keep y'all posted. We got songs by Alicia, Maybach Mel, Sam. We got Rashida. We got a lot of people. All right. Salute to the rec mob. We here. Peace. I'm gone. Double deuces and bubble gooses. Brooklyn, East New York. Love y'all. Rec mob. Peace. Why is my outro not playing?
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing. Nick.
Shouts to Christine Harris. Okay, I stopped the live. The show was over to show you how I give it up. You know what I mean? So if you want to show some love to the Cash App and all that, I'm giving you a personal shout out before the show ended. Shout out to Christine Harris. She said, "What happened to my shout out?" There you go. You got a special shout out. Salute. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gone. Peace.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv. Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pays in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv.